Ready, set, hunt.
All right, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Weekend Zone. I'm filling in for Britt today. I'm Devin Howard. You can find me on Instagram as @DevinHoward.
Hey everybody, I'm Jackie Ray. You can find Instagram and Twitter @JRayTheFanatic.
All right, Jackie, let's jump in with these honorable mentions. We have to talk about Cam Newton. So Cam Newton often, piques people's interest, I guess is the polite way of putting it, with his fashion sense. Sometimes he looks really good, sometimes he doesn't. We've talked before about how much we wish he would change this hairstyle that he likes to sport. He is a good-looking, very handsome man, but he does like to take some risks with his outfits. But he said that one of his New Year's resolutions was to stop spending so much money on new clothing. He said, quote, "One of my New Year's resolutions is to not buy high fashion. I want to be more of a thrift store shopper. I want to be more of a vintage shopper. I want to be more of a person that finds gems in stores that are less expensive and to still be able to give it its fine look, but I'm still myself. I've spent thousands and thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars on clothes that I only wore once. So to be able to recycle the closet, so to speak, is something that's challenging. But at the same time, it's going to be fun to do so throughout this whole year." This is a very noble New Year's resolution, especially if he is the type of person to spend $1 million on high fashion clothing. That is so wasteful. So I'm glad that he's kind of trying to change his tune. Might be shopping the racks at Goodwill, finding some cool gems. But Jackie, what is your reaction to this?
I think it's funny that the pictures that we put up, I liked all the outfits except for the last two. Like, y'all picked the coolest outfits he had. He had the bonnets, though. It's the bonnets for me that always mess me up. And then the is it a dress or not a dress outfit? Those always mess me up. And I can tell that they're high quality. I can tell that those bonnets are expensive. So Cam, if you're getting rid of those bonnets, I could always use some extra. I would love a Cam Newton. I'm not mad at you showing up in fatigues, though. I'm not mad at it, but I would love a Cam Newton bonnet. And I just always think, that's one of the things I hate when people spend too money on unnecessary things. I'm Team Tiffany Haddish. I would a dress that looks good on me, that's very expensive, and I'm gonna wear it at every major event because I'm not buying another expensive dress.
Yes, I'm with you 100%. I rewear clothing all the time. I've worn the same stuff on the Fumble a million times. I have specific outfits for specific events. The same dress I'll wear to this, every cocktail party or whatever I go to, although I'm not going to cocktail parties anymore because we're in a pandemic. But I think it's good to be able to reuse your wardrobe and not spend millions. Like, I'm actually shocked that he spent millions of dollars a year on high fashion clothing that he only wore once. To me, that's just outrageous. So wasteful.
Unnecessary. You're a celebrity. Designers are pretty much give you free. Why are you spending millions of dollars on outfits? No sense. But okay, Cam.
You do you. Can't wait to see the thrifted looks. I bet they're going to be actually really awesome. Okay, let's get into the next honorable mention. So Joe Buck recently appeared on a podcast, and he talked about how he would drink on the job while calling postseason baseball when he was around. Let me start that again. It was he shared details about how he would drink on the job while calling postseason baseball and when he was around on Sundays for football season. So, Dave, can we roll that clip right now?
You sound like you both have a small glass of bourbon that you sip occasionally during the game, and it's an incredibly comfortable experience for me as a consumer. And I'll ask you what I asked Troy. How long did it take to curate that?
It took longer for Troy and me to get there than it took Smoltz and I to get there. And I'll say this, we have had that glass of bourbon in the booth. Although it's not bourbon, it's tequila, splash of Grand Marnier, and grapefruit juice. I went through a couple years where in the first inning of every postseason baseball game, I had the runner go get the biggest beer that the stadium sold. And I had it sitting there and I would sip it from time to time to remind myself to relax and have fun. I'm just doing a game. And I brought that over to football.
So is actually not a bad idea. We've had shows where Jackie will take shots. Remember when the Lakers, I think it was when the Lakers beat the Clippers. Yep. We took shots, and that was fun. I don't think it's something I'd want to engage in every day on the job, but I like that he would have this, a tequila or a beer or whatever it is to remind him that, his job, out of all the jobs in the world, is pretty fun. And it's okay to relax and enjoy it a little. But what do you think about this? Is this a bad idea? Is it unprofessional?
It depends on who you ask. I'm sure there's going to be the sticklers out there that say, oh my God, how dare he drink on the job? That's so unprofessional. Me personally, it's football. Everybody drinking, I'm a drink too. I will say this though. Joe Buck is not the best at what he does. I'm used to him and I love his voice because I've grown up listening, but he's not that good at it. He needs to do whatever Tony Romo is doing. If Tony Romo is drinking, Joe, you should not drink because you're not calling games that Tony Romo is. And Troy Aikman's the same way. I don't know if you guys remember that Troy Aikman's camera or his light fell and he got mad and he literally cursed on the air. I wonder if he'd have done that if he was drinking tequila. So it's one of those things like whatever you need to do professionally. If you can drink and be professional, I'm with it. I don't think you can do it with tequila though. I'm a whiskey person myself. You can sip whiskey lightly and still be professional. Tequila makes me a little crazy, but do you? Just like we told Cam, do you? No
whiskey. Disgusting, Jackie. Gross. All right. Well, that wraps up honorable mentions. So, can you get us into athlete trash talk?
This athlete trash talk is going to be interesting for me because I'm not a big fan. And we talked about this on the live. I don't want to talk about anything that has Kendall Jenner or anything Kardashians, but here we are. So Swaggy, I remember Swaggy P, right? And you remember Swaggy P, aka Nick Young. He's out here trying to clown Ben Simmons. He's kind of right in this clown though, because the 76ers got beat down by the Utah Jazz, and that's partially because Jordan Clarkson went out there and scored 40 points. So because of that, Swaggy P decided to go to Twitter and say this. This is so unnecessary. Whatever Kendall did, JC really killed Ben every time they play. LOL. 40 ball, 6 man of the year. So y'all really giving that credit to Kendall though, Nick? Like, let me go to the relationship queen, and can you make this one make sense for me? Why give this credit to Kendall Jenner?
I don't think the credit should be given to Kendall Jenner, but I do have to say it's a refreshing change of pace from the Kardashian curse that we hear about so often. It's one time where Kendall's actually being, credited with doing something good. So way to go, Kendall Jenner. I will support that. Yes.
All right. This next one is a fun one. I actually really like this one because I actually learned something this one because I know Jimmy Butler to be a diehard country fan. We've seen him in his country boots and listening to country music. He's in a commercial. Can't remember what he's endorsing, but there's country music in the background, singing along. And then we talked about how Taylor Swift came out here and really advocated for Russell Westbrook because she says he's a diehard Taylor Swift fan. But apparently, he's not the only one because Jimmy Butler was on TNT Inside the NBA on Tuesday, and he was reminded of a clip dating back to his days with Chicago. Take a look at this clip.
Well, I wanted you guys to rate Jimmy Butler singing this song in the locker room, but give it a 1 out of 10.
Can we hear it?
Jimmy, we found an old clip. Yeah, let's take a listen. Old Jimmy in the locker room.
I need to stay off my Instagram or wherever you got this from.
Oh, okay.
Feet work.
Oh, that's easy. I get out of 9.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would.
I get out of 9, man. That's a 9.
I love how that came from trash talk Dwayne Wade. But I will say this. It does make sense. I'm not a big Swift fan, but that song does have a country to it. So maybe he just likes that specific song, or do you think he's a full-on Taylor Swift fan?
Well, we seen him singing Taylor Swift songs on multiple occasions. So I think he definitely is a Taylor Swift fan. Yeah.
Maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm too not a Taylor Swift fan. I'm more of a Kanye in that moment. Like, I'm gonna let you finish, but Beyonce had the best album of all. That's kind of where I'm at with Taylor. So I don't know if I recall that. I know I've seen dozens of times. Can't say that I've seen Jimmy Butler do it dozens. But hey,
wait,
like I said,
who have you seen?
Something new on this show every day. Every day. Russell Westbrook. He's a diehard Swift fan. Like, he listening to the hardest rock song, the hardest rap, jamming out.
I feel like, no, I think that I've definitely seen Jimmy Butler do it before. Maybe it's not as often as I'm thinking it's happened, but I've definitely seen him do it before. But yes, you are right about Russell Westbrook. Taylor Swift has some good songs. I'm not going to sit here and say I'm this major.
Yeah.
She does make some good music, so I understand.
No, yeah, I don't have anything against it. I just don't like her. She seems cool, but yeah, it's not my thing. But with that, let's get into these comment clapbacks. All right, this is going to be fun. So let's just dive right in. Dave, if you want to first one up there. Oh, goodness. I get to read my own. All right. Hey, Jackie Ray, don't be digging. I think he means dogging. Don't be dogging Georgia like that. I guess you forgot that if it wasn't for Georgia, those two Democrats wouldn't have been elected in the Senate, and that is why Democrats will have control of the Senate House. I am tired of y'all talking bad about Georgia, about Florida, and how many people were not social distancing or wearing masks at the Super Bowl. I don't hear y'all talking bad about Florida. Okay, so this is when I was talking about and first of all, I did clown Florida. There's a high probability that I will continue to do so, despite this little clapback here. But we have talked about Florida. We've talked about Florida, things that they do. We appreciate Georgia for coming through on them two Democrats, but I don't want y'all to forget how it took y'all, because it's still Georgia. So, yeah. Let's get into this next one.
Get this poor excuse of whatever she is off the internet talking about his stats in the game. Did you watch the game? His receivers dropped 3 touchdowns and his O-line couldn't block worth a damn. I'm just glad. I can't see the rest of it though. I'm just glad what? What are you glad for? I don't even... Jackie, do you have a response to the one?
No, I mean, people were just mad at our critique about Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I did mention, this is, y'all need to watch the video. We did talk about him, not his O-line and things of that nature. Doesn't change the fact that stats are stats. So, sorry, sir. Whoever you are, did you watch the game? Jeez,
this one's
Keisha, ain't it, Keisha?
Okay, this one's directed towards me. So, yeah, I did say Keisha because, so what I always do, there are names that sometimes, like when I'm going to speak them out loud, I just forget how to say them. And I don't know why that happens to me, but it happens quite a bit. And various words too, that I just like, I know when I read them that I know exactly how they're pronounced, but then when I come to say it, I end up messing it up. I watched an interview with her before I shot this video, and the interviewer said, we have Keisha Lance Bottoms here, and this is the interview. So I was like, okay, Keisha, I'm gonna go with that. But I guess she was wrong. I actually commented back to this person, and I was like, oh, I might have messed it up. I'm really sorry, but I'll do better next time. So I'm sorry. I don't even have a good clap back because I hate it when I mess up people's names.
Hey, I do it all the time. I never Keisha Bottoms though, because she is my favorite mayor. I know she gets a lot of flack, but I love her. But I feel you, because you know you've been on the show with me long enough to know that I will mess up a name. All right, Devin, this one's for you.
Oh, this one's for me. Okay. Man, whatever the crap Fumble is, shouldn't even be called a sports channel. Just because he says one thing doesn't mean he is throwing his team under the bus. You find every little word to turn people against each other. Wow, really long run-on sentence right there. Maybe you can take some pointers from an actual good sports channel. You know what? I would be willing to take pointers from a comment, but the fact that you, first of all, had such a long run-on sentence over it, already I'm not listening. Second, you said instead of and. It's supposed to be and, so like can't take you seriously. And I hate that I'm turning into the person that's attacking you for your grammar and punctuation, but don't criticize us.
Yeah, I am here for how you read that. That's how he wrote it, and it sounded ridiculous. So just so you know, she read it just like it sounded. Just so you know. All right, let's get to this next. Oh my God, most of these come from this Patrick Mahomes one I see. Okay, this is true clickbait at its best. Good on the fumble, good on you. You guys are great at semantics, no context. And you speaking on his stats is dumb. That's great stats considering that his line was non-existent in a game and wide receiver and the other tight end couldn't get open. Naturally, as a QB, if you are running for your life, this is the case. Foolery. I'm unsubscribing to you guys. Reporting is trash. I only have one comment on this, and it's that I say to everybody who does this. That unsubscribe button works silently. Do not have to tell us. We do not care. Just hit it, go on about your life. That's all I got to say about that.
Love that. Was that the last one? Oh, no. Okay. I'm going to be honest. I'm going to be honest. You need a script woman you need a script woman just said he single-handedly won 7 Super Bowls like he didn't have a team, LMAO. Now, this one wasn't my video, so I don't even really know the context, but I'm assuming it was said that Tom Brady single-handedly won 7 Super Bowls. Yes, it is a team effort, but we have to acknowledge Tom Brady's role in all of this. I don't think Tampa Bay would have been winning the Super Bowl this year if Tom Brady wasn't there. So that's my response to that. Not a strong one. Jackie, do you have anything you want to say to this person?
No, I mean, I get it. That this is somebody who doesn't like Tom Brady, really, and that makes sense. There's a lot of us out there, so you don't want to give him all the. I'm not mad at you and your little haterade. You just had to, feel that way, and that's fine. But that is all we comment. Clap back. Good times. Did you have fun, Devin?
Loved it. It was so fun. A bit glitchy, but I'm here for it. It's okay.
That's good. All right.
I was going to tell everyone to subscribe, tap the bell for notifications, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment below. I don't know if I'm jumping the gun here, but I've said my piece. Jackie, take it away.
Yes, everything that Devin said. I feel like I'm like a full-on break dancing right now. I'm so glitchy. So that's all I got. Be nice to each other. Watch us on Fumble Live on Monday, and we'll see y'all on the Weekend Zone next week. Peace out, y'all.